Now, if you're wondering what that was, I got great news. It's July 1st, which means one thing. It's Canada Day. I think it's July 1st. If it's not, the internet's been lying to me. If I skipped it, I've forgotten the day, who knows. But that's the main thing. It's Canada Day today. Yes, so unfortunately, this is the last time you'll see me in my Dr. Seuss-esque hat. Hey, I think so first. Okay, this, as you can tell from the thumbnail, this is another reading. Chapter 2. Wait, does the sound count? Just get 2. Peace out. I gonna manage to peace out, forever. Just as if you do not know what this is about, here's a quick summary of the book. Endorphin Deloy is adopted by a soft-hearted Morlock, warping the everlasting instincts from the world around her. Here she meets a time traveler, her and her friend Mog. The Morlock must find a way to protect their ill-fated underworld colonies. That's just for people who this is the first video they're clicking on. If not, I recommend you, what's it called? If not, I recommend you go and, to go to the first one, and if you have any questions, like always, ask those questions, save them for, answering a comment type of video. Cause so far, there's only been one comment that I know of, and it's on the first one. Still a bit salty that no one has asked anything. Ask literally anything. It doesn't even have to be about the channel or me. Ask literally anything. Just taking the mouse off the pause button in case it freaks out. Shika went out to have her own adventures. In not time again, after the first turmoil with the young males she had met a few days earlier on. The first meeting she had with them resulted in her increased confidence. Perhaps today she will come across them again. No, Shika, not today you won't. Her mother had outthought her, and scooped her frail body up in her arms before the child could take a step out from her home. It's time to go outside now. It is time. The outside world was such an intriguing place to her. She had often stared up at the stars and the bright moon. She wondered why there wasn't any roof up there, like in the caves. Chica once again wandered off from her mother's side and crawled on top of her shoulder, on top of her boulder. Sorry, my eyes are getting screwed up. This is just. So I then crawled on top of a boulder with a few berries in her fist to munch on, while the stars glistened like a scythe over her. I'm sorry, there's something wrong with my nose. What the fuck? Okay, it's clear up. In the nearby woods, she could hear the young Mohawks playing around between the trees. She heard the familiar voices of Mog and his friends. This time, though, she heard them calling out in distress. Good thing to take advantage of. She looked off the walk and followed the sound behind a few wispy trees to see Mog being ganged up on by the other boys. The poor Mohawk's nose was bleeding. and his body had scratches here and there. Despite all of this, the boy seemed to be defiant against them, popping them hard against the faces when he was close enough. After a few minutes, the other boys gave up on Mog and left him there to tend to his own wounds. Looking down with an animal. You failing was a disgrace to your own group. That's just me telling you. I think you can tell what bits from the story. If not, I'll tell you for those who aren't as. But for those who are a bit more slow, I just noticed them now. This part is more like the mouse there now. It actually moves. Should have thought this out beforehand. Shika finally showed her face. Why are you getting beaten up, Mog? Ah, damn it. Why are you getting beat up, Mog? She asked him, afraid to come any closer. Mog's eyes grew wide, and he picked himself off the ground and swept the dirt off his white hair. I'm just playing. I win, of course. He sneered and puffed out his chest. Do you see how the punches on the end of them? Start them and listen. You were bullied. Chica corrected him. You could see through all the lies he attempted to shield himself with. Like you tried with me, silly man. The young Moloch's eyes burned brighter than before, and he crossed his arms. Whatever. Plus they are my brothers. We're born a year apart. On the youngest son, we were just playing. He allowed his untruths to slide out. Oh, so they're siblings. Family fighting. It is a thing with all kinds, whether you are right now, or a descendant in the future. Still, always going to be a thing. But I really hope you don't mind me having my head down a bit. To read this, it just couldn't find a way to keep my iPad up. Yes, I'm reading it off of this. It's good shit. I would read it off this, but I'm worried if I go out of this application, it'll shut down or stop recording. I'm not gonna take the chance. I already dressed up for this and everything with my fancy new hat. Ooh, shading. Sunlight shading. Sunlight shading. Now I took two. Don't mind that. I had something in my throat. Trust me, I was after a face hugger just jumped me a few minutes ago. A face hugger. They thought it could implant it in. They thought they could implant it in my throat, but no. I got hungry, so I ate it. Not that bad, actually. Very sweet. Extremely sour from the acid, but After a few long seconds of straightforward staring, Mark finally charged forward and shoved her into a fine pile of dirt. He stood above her and chuckled like a fat hog. Something like a pig? I don't know how I'm gonna change the voice now. I'm gonna keep change the laughter. I gotta keep up the little shit for you. Sheikah got up and brushed her skirt off and glared at him. She walked close to him with a handful of dirt when he didn't take notice, shoved it. I'm afraid what the next sentence is if I'm gonna get banned from it. I'm not gonna keep that chance. If you wanna read it, I'm not gonna put the link in the description, so in case there's young people watching this. So on the back of his loincloth. Ah! Mark sputtered and shook his clothing still. He made sure the last grain had fallen. Oh, will show you why. He bent over and searched for damp mud. What are you looking for? Did you drop something? He scanned the dark room. Yeah, I certainly did drop something. He closed his hand around the thick glob of mud. Oh, here, I have a present for you. What? You're not getting annoyed by that. Well, I hope you are. In a way, it's fun for me. Chica's sudden smile was met with a slap of warm mud across her face. Well, eye for an eye. I was close. Eye for an eye, I guess. What you gonna do? I've been working out a bit, specifically on the right arm. I noticed it's been, give me a few seconds. Look, it's always getting more stronger than my last one. Stunned, he rolled over backwards across the grass and lay there staring up at the stars again. She slowly lifted her head to see Mog bent over with a concerned expression. She carried herself across the grass with wobbly legs. Mog followed her with a big smile across his face. The little shit has a shit-eating grin. Is that cannibalism grin? The stupidest questions are asked on the Danksmirk channel. The stupidest questions. This is gonna be fun. It's okay, he said proudly. That's gonna leave a red mouth. I guess they all sound like pigs now. Maybe they're like Japanese orcs. Because, let me just tell you something. It has nothing to do with this. But I'm gonna go ramble anyways. Basically, works in popular media, whether shows or games or books, can differ drastically depending on culture. Like over here are basically just very big green-skinned people with tusks. But in Japan and other Eastern countries, it's basically a humanoid pig. Basically, same tall guy, but with a pig head or boar head and sometimes boar legs as well. It's because these are. I don't know why I'm talking about that. But it just came to my mind. Who knows? Chica wiped her face and smeared the mud down her shirt. No, you didn't, because it didn't hurt at all. She crossed her arms and stuck her tongue at him. Weakling. Yeah, weakling. You are not lie. Father said to only go try to eat him. Mark smoked the backward on remark. The blonde child no longer felt like playing. I haven't worn clothes, not no sticking at a lie. Why do you say such mean things? I haven't done anything to you. Puss. Maybe eat him. Hey, he was thinking of everyone thinks of eating her. Why don't she eat him? Chop him up with a cleaver. It's nice when you draw your first blood. Always so delicious. So nice. Mark's smile disappeared. Well, that's true. Have you ever seen yourself before? You do look like one of those noise. I'm getting worse. I'm having too much fun for my own good with that voice. Chica lifted her fingers to her face and stroked the contour of her features. Is that the reason why she can't see like the others can? Rubbing her arm, she also noticed that she had no long hair on her arms like Mark did. Maybe Mark was white? I've never seen what I look like, she breathed. Oh, Mark, maybe you are white. But why haven't I been eaten yet? My mom was a Mohawk and so was my daddy. Maybe I'm just messed up. Hey, as far as he's concerned, that's the same thing. Or even if you are The Stoke of Satan. Can I have mine? Can I have mine barbecued? Just want to know. Can I have my human meat barbecued? I, I don't know. Hannibal, what do you think? Hannibal? Never mind. I don't know. You look like an lie. Have you ever seen a living in life before? Bob picked at her fine hair and poked at her fair skin. Tell me about in the night when we can't. I sometimes go outside when Mother wants me. I never want to have to. Chico pushed his hand away and killed the hair between her ears. Do you know where they live? No, but my father does. He goes on a handstand. They go down that world over there. Right. Bob pointed off into the dark distance where the blind child's eye could not pierce. We couldn't go over to check out to see if they live over there. Right. Just like I'm starting to froth. Oh, don't worry, I just have a bit of rabies, don't worry. I've had it for about 5 years now. Trust me, I'm pretty much immune to disease. So the one power I have, well, aside from summoning Satan when the time really becomes dire, to soon the world will know power. Soon they shall know. Anyways, evil night. Evil night. Half my video is just rambling. Actually, 2/3 of it is. Because why the hell not at this point? Chica shivered at the sound of the light, soft breeze shifting through the leaves, leaving her an eerie feeling deep down inside. Okay, only for a while since her parents will be looking for us. The two children secretly made their way across the brushy field and down the rock path where the lorry were led to their final destination. Zika followed closely behind the mob as she could not see hardly at all. Grammar, what is it these days? Who knows? I'm having too much fun for my own good. She used the shuffling of her feet along the ground to avoid stepping on any prickly greens that grew on the fluffy grass. I guess they don't wear shoes. I mean, if they make okay, the Morlocks make the clothing for the Eloi. One day also make clothing for themselves. I don't know, it could be very different, and still, they do make loincloths, but why don't they make any shoes if they have to worry about it? Well, maybe it's because it's like a Hobbit thing where it's their feet are very leathery soles. I don't know. But I don't think I can hear any cries. She finally spoke up after a few minutes of walking. Over the hill, they believed some villages of the Eloi must be hidden out here. Just a sec, I have an itch. But there's nothing but more trees and bushes. I only see many eyes. It's my father and his friends. Bob looked around at her. I don't think it's hunting us since we just ate yesterday anyways. Considering how fat they are in the movie, I'm sure they pretty much eat every hour. I don't know, maybe it's like the logic with Great Comic Guru. I don't know. I don't know what the original one is. I've only been watching DBZ Abridged, but I love how Frieza points it out that okay, so the Namekians only survive on water? Then why the hell are you so goddamn fat? Just it's like that sort of thing. I don't know. It's fat because character arc demands it. But I don't know. He feels later that you know the albinos that I told you to hunt them. Yes, we did a massacre of them, great time. Of course, damn guru. It wasn't them. I drank all the water. I became fat. What the? That doesn't work like that. I don't know. I I don't know. I'm watching too much DBZ abridged. I really have. There was another difference between them and her. She needed food constantly several times a day. The Mohawks only feasted once a week, and it lasted for them. Just, well, I guess it doesn't make sense. I mean, they're supposed to keep it. I mean, considering the number down there, if you ate every day, well, they sort of run out of stock, in a sense. The small child couldn't understand how they could keep holding out on food that long. The Mohawk had very slow metabolism, so went down chubby and slow. Oh, I don't know. I'm just probably making it confused. Like, I don't know. I'm just remembering my snake. He only eats twice a week and he has slow metabolism as well, but that means he isn't chubby though. C, on the other hand, was quite slender and was all over the place. It was troublesome for a mother who had to try and find ways to make her fall asleep. I'm trying to think of one, but all of them involve torture and bloodletting. Maybe because I'm hungry. At this point, I'm thinking of going out. Okay. In your town, there's probably at least one drug dealer behind somewhere else. I'm going along that side. Okay? What I'm gonna do is go up, pretend I'm buying some, then shoot the guy and eat his flesh. I mean, he's gonna get, well, that would only work down in America because he was gonna get killed anyways. And, fun fact, cannibalism in itself isn't, illegal. Just that killing them is, if if the person approves of it, or isn't alive to begin with. I guess it's such illegal, right? But then there's just a case of corpses. That's what is illegal. They're already dead. What is that harm doing? Just saying. You're wasting meat there. Come on. If you want to know, apparently it tastes like sweet pork chop with the consistency of veal. Sounds like the most delicious meat I ever heard of. But a really bad idea apparently because there's a we have ruined the fence and it's because of me. Well, no, the fence is still separated because what I was doing recently is I was watching Matt Pat's most recent film theory episode on if the Lion Kings could survive on grubs alone. Okay, and and it was mentioned that meat with high fat content would actually make lions sick and throw up. It could have potentially poisoned them in a sense, and that's actually perfect analogy for our meat actually. But yeah, in a way, that's sort of the main defense we have for people stopping us. Listen, we're gonna give you make you almost as sick as if you eat frittata chicken. Trust me, I've ate there at frittata once, and I felt like throwing up. It was the worst meal I ever had. I'm not even kidding. Trust me. I'd already eaten Chess's before that, and I hate Chess's. Because when I ordered roast, I thought there was roast beef on the menu, and not in, and I ordered it. It came out with the sandwich meat, and not on a sandwich. There wasn't a roast beef sandwich; it had roast beef sandwich meat. Just got on my nerves. Anyways, don't go to either one of them. Just don't. Good for your own health. The little child felt her feet mush into something soft. Its juices ran in between her toes, the sweet fragrance of ground berries. It was up to entice her. She immediately bent down and picked out the bumpy berries from the clumps of soft leaves. Bob turned around and wrinkled his nose. That's disgusting. You're just so weird. Don't you notice as well that you don't eat meat because only fruit and vegetables? I was almost going to do the laugh, but yeah. Seagull was choked on a berry. See, he was right. Suddenly her appetite disappeared. Because he never tried any. This meat kid, I mean, mother is eating something that's unnatural for her. Almost exactly as unnatural because it's the exact opposite. Why don't you try some? I mean, you're already living with them and already assume that they're worried of food, so it's not, your morals are already set in the right place, so why not try some? I mean, I would. So hungry though right now, so freaking hungry. I must find my man. Goodbye, Mom. Mog waved at her and ventured towards his father. Sheikah followed back home in silence, hoping that her mother would be near to comfort her. Tell her that she was a Morak like everybody else. Mama, I have a question. She gasped when she was being tucked away in bed. Do I look like everybody else here? Am I really a Morak? Ron sighed and lied to him. You will understand that you are older when you are older than you. When you get found out. They must make fun shit. No, Mama, he wasn't living now. Max says I look just like him more. Is that what I am? Chico leaned up from her bed and rubbed a handful of her mother's long hair on her arm. One stroked her face and nodded. Oh, Chico, you are. Unlike the others, you are very special. Don't worry about what you are born as. You are very much more. Feels such a squirt to hopes and dreams. The look on her daughter's face didn't seem to be too won over by her response. Oh, Dr. Moore, I teach you some things that the other children teach you. You can be very smart. Child eyes glowed like pearls. Even like the others? Oh, Mom, will I be eaten? No, you're safe here. Very special you are, and that is true. She patted her head. Did you need any friends yet? But you were very special. We dropped you on her head as a child. You did the same shit as what happened to Goku. Sheikah then remembered Mog and nodded vigorously. Oh yes, remember Mog? We both played out together outside. He threw mud in my face and I pushed him down. Then we went to play in the woods. She then remembered everything else. Mog pushed around my brothers to give them lots of injuries and wounds. Just ignore that last word. I don't wanna. They gave them lots of scrapes and scratches. That's because Mog is adopted. Mog is adopted. His older brothers notice and don't like him often. Mom pushed the sheet back over Sheikah's body. Mog never told me that. She clutched onto her mother's hard fingers and stared up at the ceiling. That's because Mog doesn't like anybody. He doesn't like anybody to know. Don't keep that a secret, can you now? She gave her her forehead and nuzzled before laying down on the sheet beside her. Of course I can keep secrets, she yawned. I want to keep my good friend forever and ever, my own friend. Wait, was this chapter shorter than the last one? Let me check. It was shorter. Damn, I was trying to think of something. Yeah, I had something to talk about. Something to talk about. Let me think. What's that? I might as well. I mean, the last video was 30 minutes. I might as well make this one 30 minutes. Who cares? Let me think. What is it? I had it right in my heart. You want to know, guys? Guys want to know what I'm doing? What I've been doing recently is, you know what? No. Remember, if you want to know, save it. Put those on the most recent reading your comments video. Do that, and I will answer because there's probably so few of you that will want to answer me. And ask me anything. I mean, trust me, I've been asking you to answer something on a reading your comments video, and asking to put anything in. I don't think anyone's put anything on there so far. Right. Well, Amy.
What's up?
Want to give in the video?
No.
Okay.
Show your face!
There's an appeal to mask on YouTube, Emily. Calm down. People like the mystery of it. That was my sister right there. I guess you're in a video now. You're complaining about having your face seen in it. It's only for a few seconds. It wasn't even a long time. Yeah, my sister's actually subscribed to me. Yeah, she watches my videos. It is only one view on them, it's probably her view. She just wants to see what I do. I'm trying to think of what I was trying to. I have a question for you guys. Okay. Just trying to get it. Okay. You know, what I would really want to do is a reaction video to stuff that would compromise a large part of my channel then. Cause I have a question to ask all of you. There is, you know, when people react, what they are looking at, or the original video, is a square in the corner, like zoop sort of thing, like a square, I'm not good at this. As in like that sort of thing, like that sort of thing. There's a square in the corner watching the original video. Now, I don't know how I'm going to do that. I'm still confused to this day on how that whole thing works. I want to, because I'm worried if I go onto another tab to watch it, that recording will instantly stop. I'm just worried that's what'll happen. I'm asking you guys on how that whole thing works, because I want to react to videos for you guys. It's something I want to do. I'd have so much fun with that. I'm just wondering if any of you know how to get that square in the corner to work. I'm really confused. Anyway.